Oh, hey there. I've just been stretching for the last hour. It's Vlogger 525. I'm so limber. It's not been recording every time. This is one of those, if you saw the Twitter thread, we'll talk about my phone woes later. Welcome to Saturday. It's almost Christmas. It's Christmas Eve for those of you who are watching this when I upload it. So Merry Christmas Eve. I know it's Merry Christmas, but is it Merry Christmas Eve as well? Or like have a happy Christmas Eve? There's no song for that. Today, we're gonna go finally get to hang out with Badger. Badger is on the docket today. If you didn't see Badger, he's a blind and deaf pug that I'll be taking care of over the course of the weekend. And basically, he has absolutely no survival instincts. So literally going to be keeping him alive all weekend, which is no pressure. He's only like 13 or 14 years old. No pressure. We're gonna go do that. I'm gonna go to the Peloton first because the Peloton is gonna be closed for like the next 2 weeks. I want to go, get one last good Peloton coffee before they close up shop for a bit. And then we're going to go up to Montmartre at some point here. We need to be up there by the mid-afternoon to make sure we can take Badger out and poop him. And so we want to make sure we're up there for that. That's kind of what's on the docket. I do want to explore the neighborhood a little bit up in Montmartre. I also have to get this web store finished. I'd like to get it finished and up today. That's my goal. Really no idea, if and how that's going to work, but we're going to give it a try. And then stuff will happen. The other thing I wanted to talk about today was Star Wars actually kind of left me thinking about like what happens. Maybe this was just me waking up this morning in kind of a funky place, and then I rolled over for 15 more minutes and I was feeling a little bit better. But what do we do when we kind of find ourselves in a place where we're not exactly where we imagined we would be? Like, I'm not exactly where I want to be in life. I'm not where I hoped I would be, and I've been thinking about that and how do I deal with that. And the reason Star Wars made me think about that was actually because of how Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and Harrison Ford's careers all kind of did different things. And it must have been really interesting to have watched Harrison Ford's career take off and him be a superstar, where Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher are really important to us culturally and were huge parts of Star Wars, but never had nearly the same careers, never had nearly the same success. And that's kind of what I was thinking about a little bit too, is like, what went through their heads over the course of that time period? So maybe we'll talk about that a little bit. But for now, time to go to the Peloton. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Make sure to like the video. I've been doing a terrible job of asking people to subscribe, but we're almost at 3,100 subscribers because we just crossed 3,000 subscribers, which was awesome. And I was exhausted and I didn't really know what to do about it. And I'm still actually kind of stunned by that. So thank you very much for subscribing if you already have. That's enough talking in my room. Let's go. That's what I mean when I say like not being where you want to be in life. Because if we're being honest, I don't think any of us are exactly where we want to be in life. And if you ever get to one of those spots, you might not really feel that way. There's probably a small percentage of people that really do feel that way. But I get the feeling a lot of us really don't. Kind of no matter how things go. There's always a little bit of that inkling of like, well, if only. It isn't particularly helpful, honestly. Just because the feelings aren't necessarily helpful doesn't make them not real. I don't know, just because I've been thinking about it a little bit lately, and I've entered into this stage of life where there's so much uncertainty, and there are a lot of things I know that I want from life, but also I'm not sure how I'm ever going to get to half of them, which is what the whole goal board and vision board thing is about, which I thought about pointing out this morning as well, but kind of spaced it. So even if it's not necessarily the most helpful thing in the world to especially compare yourself. You don't want to compare yourself to others. That never leads you anywhere good. But is it helpful to look at your own feelings about where you are in life, where you'd hoped you'd be in life, and to kind of assess where you are against where you wanted to be and figure out why you feel the way you do about it? Merry Christmas. Kylie bought me a flat white as a thank you, and I haven't used it yet, so I'm gonna use that today. Thank you, Kylie. It's really, really sweet. Everybody's being so nice to me lately. It's so good, which I appreciate because I definitely need it right now. I'm obviously not in the best headspace. Quiche, coffee, work a little bit, and then I gotta go gather my stuff and try to get up to Badger before he does something to himself. Oh, hi, Gustav. Snuck out with a little bit of a candy. Good to see the Gustav clan in there. I gotta sneak out now though. Peloton's gonna be closed for like 2 weeks, so had to go in, get one last little Peloton hit. I'm gonna go home, find something to eat, pack up what little I need, and then I gotta head over towards Badger because I gotta get him outside before he does something inside that he shouldn't do, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna try and explore in Montmartre a little bit, and I think my friend Marion is gonna meet me. She lives just like a few blocks away from there, so we'll grab a Christmas drink. Oh man, and then we'll just kind of kick it from there. And this market's open today. Ooh, I may be kind of tempted to get a crepe. One of the other benefits to house sitting, free laundry. I love this neighborhood. I would so much rather live here if I could. A sleeping prince. Ooh, I didn't see this last night. Boop. Took me a while to figure out how to fangle that. Also, Badger, I heard Badger snorting back here. I'm not sure if he was laughing at me or... Nope, he's just chilling out. Look at him. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, what a fat face. What a fat face. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Alrighty, well, while I wait for him to need to go poop, I guess we can get some work done. You ready? Ready to go outside? Oh. We're gonna go for our first poop. I think it's gonna be a success. I don't think he cares. Oh. Basically the way it works, I have to carry him all the way down. Then depending on how he's feeling, he might walk some of the way up. But since he can't see anything or hear anything, there's a good chance he's gonna try and take a tumble down the stairs. So I have to watch him very closely. So I'm not sure on this first run how much footage we're gonna get out of it. We'll figure it out as we go. And now we wait. I forgot to bring a poop bag down with me, and I realized it at the bottom of the stairs, but thankfully the guy across the street gave me a plastic bag for free. I offered to buy it off him. He was nice enough just to give it to me, which is good. Assuming that this guy poops, which is exactly what we're expecting. That didn't take long. Now the other trick, because he likes walking downhill, is to bring him up this little slope so that he'll start walking downhill, and hopefully by the bottom, take a leak. I think that's the instruction. I'm pretty sure I remember those instructions correctly. Bree, you can feel free to leave a comment if I didn't, but I think I've got it down. Where are you going, buddy? It's the wrong downhill. I figured out. He likes to headbutt things a lot. I've already noticed that. I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait before I give up. No, this is gonna take a while. All right, we'll just leave this till the pre-meal motivation. He doesn't eat for another 3 hours and he knows it, so let's walk up the stairs. Well, at least we got some of the wet. Wow, there's a lot of water in your paws. Holy cow. How'd you do that? Like a sponge. Well, I'm definitely going to be getting my exercise in, going up and down the stairs, however many times a day, carrying this guy. That's Badger. He's hilarious. So, now that we're here, It's water. Also, look what I found. There are so many snacks hidden around here, and I haven't even started looking really, but beer, tortilla chips, and salt. I don't really need to look any further. She said there's mimolette here too. That is also exciting because I can make mimolette nachos. I think I'll do that. I was super hungry, so I ended up eating at home, and now I wish I hadn't because there's no way I'm getting through all of this. No matter how hard, I'm going to try really hard, but there's no way I'm getting through all of this over the weekend. This couch. I've been wanting to have a couch forever, you guys. So it'd be really hard, I think, when we make decisions in life, when we wake up one morning and we're like, why am I here? Why don't I have the things I thought I would have? Whatever those are. Like for me, I mean, I've taken a lot of big risks in the last few years. For those of you, we need to do a recap because we have a lot of new subscribers. Welcome to the party. You know, between trying to launch a company or two, selling a handful of books along the way, just doing a bunch of stuff, I kind of thought, I'd hoped at least, that I would be in a slightly different place than I am today. I've had a lot of dreams and ambitions. I've pursued a lot of them. Definitely jumped out there. Had a lot of great life experiences, seen a lot of the world, speak a couple languages, generally enjoy life. And so there's a lot to be thankful for, and I really am. I mean, look where I'm at. I'm in Paris, and this is where I want to be if I want to be anywhere in the world, and I have an opportunity to be here. I'm really, really lucky, really fortunate. So definitely don't want to give the impression that I'm not grateful for everything that I have, but it is interesting to stop and be like, okay, well, if I don't have some of the things that I really wanted to have by now, what do I do to get there? How do I get closer? How do I end up getting closer to having an apartment like this instead of living in a tiny little shoebox? Very grateful for the shoebox that I have, don't get me wrong, but boy, is it nice to be in a place where you can actually spread out, have a couch, you know, have a fridge full of beer, whatever it is. I guess I could have a tiny little fridge full of beer where I'm at, but just being in a neighborhood like this, like a walk, like, oh man, just the fact that I can walk to a whole bunch of different cafes and bars and restaurants that are just right outside the front door, as opposed to having to hop on the metro and take it for 30 minutes to get to an area like this. So yeah, what do you do with that? I think the proper response is to take note and to move forward, right? What actions can I take that are actually going to get me closer to having those things? The last thing I want to do is sit around and mope or feel sorry for myself, which is exactly kind of what I wanted to do earlier, because things don't always go smoothly and you end up running into hiccups along the way, you end up feeling kind of self-recriminated. But I also am in a really lucky place right now where I have people that are willing to step out and do things to express the fact that they appreciate where I'm at, what I'm doing, the risks I'm taking, the life that I'm trying to lead. The fact that people send me Christmas presents is amazing. The fact that people were willing to come and meet us on the meetups. I just did a post on Patreon about the meetups that we did. The fact that people were willing to come out and just hang out, pitch in for gas, or just be a part of it. And so I am really, really fortunate with where I'm at right now. And even though I'm not where I want to be, I do feel like I'm heading in the right direction. It's just that the struggle's not over yet. I mean, life's a struggle, right? It'll never be fully over, hopefully. But yeah, it's good to stop and think about that. And so for me, when I was getting into that headspace of thinking like, man, why, you just get down on yourself a little bit. It's really good to stop, take stock, admit to the fact that those are real feelings and you really feel that way and there's nothing wrong with feeling that way. But then taking that and looking at it through the lens of like, well, what do I have? Let's be grateful for what I have. And what can I do to get closer to what I want? Like, what steps can I actively take to get me there? And I think that's a good, healthy response. Not that I'm always the healthiest, not that I always have the healthiest responses, but I think it's good. And just look at this place. I'm really looking forward to house sitting for a bit. Badger's over here just wandering around blindly. He's pretty happy just to hang out. Supposedly he's a really big snuggler. Huh, aren't you? Probably could have just done this whole thing with him in my lap, actually. He'd have been happy enough. Can you hear him trying to breathe? I mean, he's succeeding. It just sounds kind of funny. But anyways, those are some thoughts from today. I've definitely been, I think overall, it's really easy to let a few negative things really get you down when there is an overwhelming amount of positive things in your life. It's crazy how it doesn't take much to knock us down a peg. And so I'm trying to remind myself, listen, most of the stuff in life is really good right now. Like, you got it pretty good. Don't beat yourself up. And don't let yourself get down. And enjoy Montmartre while you have it. Tonight we're going to go, I think Marion and I are going to go try a couple of different beer places that Bree gave me a list of fun places to go try out while I'm here. So we're going to go try one or two of those out tonight. And we'll see how the beer is nearby. And imagine living in a place where you can literally just walk out the front door and go to a brewery and then walk home and go straight to bed without like taking the metro or anything like that. It's amazing. We're going to try not to take the metro at all this weekend. That's my goal. Is that our goal, buddy? That's our goal. Yeah, he's super chill. Oh, all right. He's doing really well. He made it up 3 flights of stairs so far. I don't know I don't know what the sign is that he's quit though. just kind of stand here and like answer emails and then get back to the stairs section. I might have missed all the action. Sorry, you guys. We'll have to try again tomorrow. Nope. There he goes. I think we hit the limit. The first, Babylon. That's why I wasn't, because I wasn't spelling. Anyways, no, the first two options have not come through. We're going to try option number 3 in a second.
That's the Café de la Poste.
Oh, that's the place that you know? All right, Cock and Bach to the rescue. We'll stop here for one beer and then we'll continue on.